couple of times every year at San Quentin, something unique happens. For a few hours, the prison's Protestant chapel is transformed into the theater, and incarcerated thespians take center stage. Since 2003, Leslie Currier of Marin Shakespeare Company has sponsored Shakespeare at San Quentin, where the plays of William Shakespeare, combined with drama therapy, are used to effect individual and social change. Members from the community work alongside the incarcerated to painstakingly put on these productions.
My name is Suraya Keating, and I work as the Shakespeare for Social Justice Director for Marin Shakespeare Company here at San Quentin. I've been working since 2005 as a drama instructor for the Shakespeare program. So for me, the most important aspect of the Shakespeare at San Quentin program is the building of a community of artists, of people coming together to support one another in bringing out their gifts and talents and using their energies constructively rather than destructively. Another facet of this program is we get to build connections with each other, connections with people that we might not ordinarily talk to outside of here. So that weaving of friendships and support among the folks in the group is also really a key aspect of the program.
My name is Nate Collins, and I'm playing Duke Facentio in Measure for Measure, who later comes on disguised as Friar and Mordwick, a priest in their play. I've been in Shakespeare for approximately about 8 years. I got involved due to a play I did once about a time ago called Till You Know My Story, and from then on it was all acting from here on out. Well, I continue to do this, I think, because it allows me to continue to develop myself as far as my individual self and yet my collective self in regards to working with others. Also, I'm able to become more vulnerable, being able to relate to different characters or empathize with different characters and then allow myself to express what I feel, and that translates into my normal life, being able to know what I feel and then express that in a healthy way. The most important part of this process is the rehearsals. Rehearsals, it builds chemistry, familiarity, and discipline, And I think when we take rehearsals seriously, you see it in the performance.
As the day moves along, we get closer to showtime. You can almost feel the nerves. The audience starts to arrive, and the performers prepare to take the stage.
Put on the hat until we slide. There's no room. Excuse me, let me slide out.
Now, it's showtime.
What we usually do, we warm up. The sponsor, Suraya, Leslie, Marin. Stand up for me, please. Please. Forget about what happened on the way here last night. We have to just forget. The moment is now. Steve, hit that for me. Steve, hit that for me. Just feel it. Yeah. Goddamn, Steve. That was good. Feel it. Don't have to move. Use it. There you go, Emma. There you go. Feel it. Warm up. Get ready for the good show from the guy. Yeah, that's what it is. There you go. Yeah, you volunteered to come in free. Yeah, you're gonna be all right. Really? Warm up a little bit. All right. All right. Okay, now listen. out there. You know, an eye for an eye. Do as I say and not as I do.
Tell him to sit down.
Pimps, hookers. Now, I know a few things about hookers. Now, sometimes they're misunderstood. They have a lot in common with other professions, like psychiatry. Both charge by the hour. And at the end of the hour, they'd be like, yes, would you be needing my services again? Now, there's only two ways that it's debatable. People pay for sex, directly and indirectly. Now, I have to admit, I prefer a direct approach. You know what you're getting. Now, there's been quite a bit of debate about paying indirectly. Husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends, gifts and gratuities, friends with benefits, as we know. But you can't be disappointed when you go around the block. Now, I met a girl, I thought we had an understanding. She called me hot dog, because I worked in a hot dog stand. She was from Texas, used to be Texas. I would call, she'd say hot dog. I said Texas, dinner and dancing. She said, of course. Afterwards, we'd have sex. She'd call me, Eric, dinner and dancing. Afterwards, we'd have sex. And then, it happened. Dinner and dancing, usually. I pulled up into our favorite motel. She said, Eric, I don't want to have sex. I said, you don't want to have sex with me, or you don't want to have sex with anyone? She said, I don't want to have sex with anyone tonight. Is something wrong? Houston, we have a problem. I said, but we can solve this. She said, how so? I said, give me back my money. I paid for the year. She said, I don't have the money to give you. I said, well, I know what you do have. She said, what do I have? A long walk home. Now, when you pay directly, it eliminates the problem. Husbands and wives, you know, no means no for obvious reasons. But as a husband or wife, whoever's the breadwinner, you pay the bills. If you have kids, you take care of the kids. You make sure food's on the table. You know, there should never be a question. I have a headache. Don't give me one. Now, my mother and father, on the surface, it was seen that everything was fine. Until one night it happened. My room was right next to theirs. I heard my mom say, get off me, Henry, I'm asleep. And my father replied, every time we have sex, you're asleep. Why wake up tonight? Right? Now, when I first found out that I prefer paying direct, my sister, my oldest sister, she was upset. She said, little brother, I need to have a talk with you. I said, what? She said, you keep paying for sex, you're gonna get an STD. I said, there's a prize? She said, yes, a big surprise. I said, so who should I talk to? She said, a doctor. I said, I should have won by now. But now, my mother, you know, she would think every girl I brought home was a hooker. Not so. I dated conventionally. You know, I bring a girl home. My mother was, you know, what's that word I'm looking for? You know, judgmental. So I would walk in and I said, Mother, this is my friend. She said, can I speak to you in the kitchen? I said, sure, speak. And she would whisper, how long have you been knowing that girl? I said, a couple of days. Did she go to school? I said, no. She said, does she have a job? I said, yes. She said, what does she do? I said, she's in sales. She said, do me a favor. I said, what? Give her away from your father. But now, one thing we must remember, that no matter what we do, you have to pay the consequences. We have certain names for men that pay directly. John's, Tricks, Sugar Daddies. I prefer John. It's soft. But when I went on the bar, dancing, doing what I do, playing something, and introduced myself to a girl, she would say, "What's your name?" I say, "Johnny." She said, "Johnny what?" I said, "Johnny Cash." She said, "Like the singer?" I said, "No, Johnny Paycash." Now, there can be some girls who like getting paid for sex, or getting gratuitous. You know, I prefer a woman that just tells me what she wants. Now, I have run into some women that weren't hookers. So sweet. And she said, "What's your name?" Again, Johnny Cash. She said, "Oh, that's interesting." I said, "What's your name?" She would say, "Mia." "Mia who?" "Mia, pleased to meet you." And away we went. But now, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask you, ladies, no disrespect, wouldn't you prefer a guy who would give you direct payment for your bills instead of spending it on the restaurant, the movies, the gas? You have bills to pay. So don't be mad at me if I say, "Well, why should I go out and spend $200 or $300 to give to someone else? Don't you have bills to pay?" The usual answer is yes. Well, what does your next bill do? Tomorrow? How much? 100? 2? How about just take 3? But now, that can be kind of rude. But as being a young man that prefers paying directly, I have no problem with it. So what I want you to do is please understand, no matter what we say and no matter what we do, we all have different ways of doing a lot of different things. So please, don't be mad when you see me in another life. Who believes in reincarnation?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, you believe in reincarnation? You know, I told my friend one time, I said, "Man, do you believe in reincarnation?" He didn't know what it was. I had to explain to him. That's when you come back as something that you like. He says, "Well, if I had to come back, I come back as a racehorse." I said, "I don't know if that's a good thing." I said, "Because if you break a leg, you end up as soap. Horse meat." He said, "Well, what do you want to be?" I said, "Well, I'd rather be a woman." He said, "I knew you was funny." I said, no, I don't want to be a girl now. I like girls now. But I would like to come back as a woman. Now, I don't know if I would come back as a hooker, but I would come back with it. I don't know if I would come back as a black girl, a Mexican, a white, because I haven't talked to the reincarnation gods yet. But if I have my choice and I come back as a girl, and you happen to see me in another life, and you say, "Hey, that girl looks familiar, but I can't put my hands on her," don't be afraid to approach me and ask me, "I've seen you someplace, but I can't remember where." And in my girl voice, I will tell you, "Have you been to San Francisco?" I get a kick out of that joke. But now, my mother, before I go, she explained to me about hookers and housewives. There's another debate. Now, we had a woman across the street named Mrs. Jones. And Mrs. Jones had several guys coming and going. Brand new cars, manicured lawn, always a pretty woman. And then when my mother said it, they would greet each other. We were in the front yard all the time. Miss Jones was leaving, and my mother said, "Hey, Jonesy, how you doing, baby?" You know, black woman. And Miss Jones replied, "Hi, Em, looking good for a housewife." And then she would look at me and say, "Hey, little Eric, if you don't have anything to do this weekend, come by. I'll find something for you." And I said, "Sure you will." Miss Jones would leave. My mother said, "That lady ain't nothing but a hooker." I said, "Hey, Mama, why you say that?" She said, "Look at her. She has sex for money. She has sex for money. They pay her bills. She's always looking good. And she don't even have a job." I said, hey, Mom. I said, "You don't work?" She said, "Your point?" I say, Miss Jones has several men. You have one. His name is Daddy. She said, well, so what are you saying? I said, Mom, it seems to me that you would be considered a housewife hooker. She said, let me explain something to you, boy. I said, what? She further explained, by way of the dentist, these two front teeth, they're not mine. So, enjoy the show, and remember, everything is not for everybody. Thank you.
Aeschylus,
My lord,
key business calls me on to Poland's court, and I must need be gone these many months. Your worth is able. There's our commission, from which we would not have you walk. I say, call him a bit before us, Angelo. You must know, we have elected him our absence to supply, lent him our terror, dressed him in our love, and given him all our power. What think you of this?
if any of you be of worth to undergo such ample grace and honor, it is Lord Angelo.
Look from where he comes.
Always obedient to your grace's will.
And heaven doth with us as we with torches do. Makes of us a light unto the world, and in our remove be thou full ourselves. Your scope is as my own, so to enforce or qualify the laws as your soul seems good. Old Aeschylus, the first in question is thy second. Take thy commission.
The heavens give safety to your purposes.
And bring you back in happiness.
Thank you, and fare thou well.
Is that your side piece right there? Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Oh, yeah. Thou art a wicked villain.
Yes, he is.
And thou art one too.
Yes, he is.
Oh, have you heard the one about the sanctimonious pirate?
No, but I'm sure you're going to say something about him.
He went to sea with the 10 commandments, but only came back with 9. And a lot of stolen booty.
That was a good one, man. You got another one for me?
Yeah, what about you?
Oh, man, here you go.
Think thou art never in a place where grace was said. But grace is grace despite all, and thou art a wicked villain despite all grace.
Pump the brakes. Rewind. Who's that pretty thing coming up from all the way back there?
Behold, behold. That mitigation comes. I have purchased more diseases under her rule than there are unjust judgments.
Wrap it up. STDs ain't no joke.
Message.
Well, who did? Is one yonder arrested for 5,000 of you?
That I pray thee.
Marin? Sir Claudio, Senor Claudio.
What? Climb up to prison? It is not so.
Oh, it's so. It is so. I saw it with my own eyes. Saw him arrested, saw him carried away, which is more he says to be cut off from these 3 days.
Stop this fool. Art thou sure of this?
I'm too sure of it. And this forgetting Mountain Juliet with child. Oh, Lord.
This may be. He promised to meet me 2 hours hence.
He did.
This does agree with Angelo's proclamation.
It does.
I'll learn the truth of this.
I'll come with you. That's with the war, with the sweat, with the gallows, with the poverty. I am custom shrunk. How now, what's What's the news with you?
Yonder, man is carried to prison.
What has he done?
A woman
What's his offense?
is groping for trout. Peculiar river.
Is there made a child by him?
No, but there's a woman been made by him. You haven't heard the new proclamation, have you?
What proclamation?
All whorehouses in Vienna must be plucked down.
Plucked down?
To the ground, mistress.
This is a change in the Commonwealth indeed. What will become of me?
Here comes Senor Claudio now, led by the warden of the prison. Oh, there's Juliet.
What's wrong?
Come now to prison, Lord Claudio.
How now, Claudio? What's come to this restraint?
Too much liberty, my Lucio, liberty.
Well, what's thy offense, Claudio?
Thus this would be upon a true contract. I got possession of Julieta's bed. You know the lady, she is fast my wife. Save that we do the one formality like a prissy order, she is with child. And Angela, new deputy for the Duke, this new governor, awaits on me all the enrolled penalties which have for 19 drowsy zodiac slept. And for a name, was the neglected act freshly on me.
Thy head is so taken on thy shoulders that a milkmaid, if she be in love, could just sigh it off. Why not send after the Duke and appeal to him?
I have done so, and he is not to be found. I prithee you, do me this kind service.
Got you.
This day my sister should across the enter. Acquainted with the danger of my stay, employ her in my voice that she make friends with the strict deputy. I have great hope in her youth and reason there is such that may move men.
I hope she may succeed for the enjoyment of thy life, which I should be sorry that it be thus foolishly lost as a game of tic-tac out to her.
Thank you, my good friend Lucio. I'll come away.
My holy son, I have delivered to Lord Angelo my absolute power and place here in Vienna, and he supposes me travel to Poland. You demand of me why I do this.
May your grace speak of it.
We have strict statutes and most biting laws for these 19 years being let slip. Now, as foreign fathers have been bound up for threatening twigs of birch, only to stick it in their children's sight for terror, not to use in time, rod becomes more mocked than feared, so are decrees.
It rested in your grace to unloose this time of justice when you please. And it in you much dreadful would have seen than in Lord Angelo.
They do fear too dreadful. It was my fault to give the people scope. Yet, it would be my tyranny to strike and guard them. I have, on Angelo, imposed this office, who may in my name strike home, yet to my name attach no slander. And to behold this way, I will disguise it as a brother Lordwig of your order and visit both the prince and the people.
Amen.
Ate nosse quies in palace, sanctifice aeternum mentum.
Oh, peace be within this place.
Peace and prosperity, who is it that calls?
Hail, Virgin, if you be. And you so speedy to take to the side of Isabel, a novice of the place, and fair sister to our happy brother Claudio.
I am that Isabel and his sister.
Whew. Gentle and fair. Your brother come and greets you, but not to be worried with you, he's in prison.
Whoa, me for what?
For that which if I myself might be his judge, he should receive his punishment in thanks. He has got his friend's child.
How can this be?
Explain to you. See, your brother and his mother embrace. As those that feed grow full, as blossom from seeds do team, even so, her plenty room expresses your brother's full tilt.
Someone with child by him, my cousin Juliet.
She it is.
Oh, let him marry her.
This is the point. The Duke is very strangely gone from hence. Upon his place with full line of his authority governs Lord Angelo. A man who's very blood is snowy raw. He, to bring freedom and liberty, has picked out an act. He rests his brother on it. All hope is gone, unless he had the grace and by fair prayer to soften Angelo. But that's the piece of my business between you and your brother.
Doth he so seek his life?
The warden has a warrant for his execution.
Alas, what poor abilities in me to do him good. Alas, I doubt I can do.
Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good off win by fearing to attempt. Go to Lord Angelo. When maids sue, men give like dogs.
I'll see what I can do.
But speedily, though.
I will about it straight. Commend me to my brother. Soon at night I'll send him certain word of my success.
We must not make a scarecrow of the law, setting it up to fear the birds of prey and let it stand stock still, till custom maketh their purge and not their terror.
Aye, but yet let us be keen and rather cut a little than fall and bruise to death. Alas, this gentleman whom I will say had a most noble father. 'Tis but the workings of right. Even you, who I believe to be most straight in virtue, might in your life have, and in this point would you now censor him?
'Tis one thing to be tempted, Aeschylus, another thing to fall. When I that censor him do so offend, let mine own judgment pattern out my death. Sir, he must die.
Be it as your wisdom will.
Where's the warden?
Here, if you like, your honor.
See that Claudio be executed by night tomorrow morning. Bring him his confessor. Let him be prepared.
Well, heaven forgive him and forgive us all. Some rise by sin, and some by virtue fall.
No. Bring him away. Bring him away.
How now, sir? What's your name and what's the matter?
If it please your honor, I am the poor Duke's constable. Elbow, my man. I do lean on the side of justice, sir, and do bring in here, before your good honor, 2 notorious benefactors.
Benefactors. What benefactors are they? Are they not malefactors?
I know not well what they are, but precise villains they are. That I am sure. And void of all profanation in the world that good Christians ought to have.
Here's a wise officer.
Elbow is your name? Why dost thou not speak, Elbow?
Cannot. It's out at elbow, sir.
What are you, sir?
He, sir, is a capstar, sir. One who serves a bad woman, whose house was, as they say, plucked down. And now she professes a hot house, which I think is a very ill house too.
How know you that?
My wife, sir, whom I detest for heaven and your honor.
How, thy wife?
I, sir, whom I thank heaven is an honest woman.
Dost thou detest her, therefore?
I say, sir, I will detest myself also as well as she, that if it not be a bard's house, it is a pity of a life, for it is a naughty house.
How dost thou know that, Constable?
That is, by my wife. By my wife.
By his wife.
By my wife. If she had not been a woman cardinally given, might have been accused of fornication, adultery, and all uncleanliness there.
So that's how you want to get out of it? Sir, she came in.
She did.
Sir, she came in, great with child, and longing.
Oh.
Saving your honor's reverence for stewed prunes. As it were, we had but two in the house, which at that very time stood as it were in a fruit dish. A dish of some 3 pence. Your honors have seen such dishes. No. They're not China dishes, but
Go to, no matter for the dish, sir.
No. Indeed, sir, you are therein in the right. But to the point. As I say, this Mistress Elbow being, as I say, with child and being great-bellied and longing. As I say, for stewed prunes and having but 2 in a dish, and Master Froth here. This very man, having eaten the rest, as I said, and as I say, paying for them very honestly.
Ah, indeed.
Very well. You be then, if you be remembered, cracking the stones of foresaid rooms?
All of this is true, sir.
Why, very well indeed. But then,
Come, you are a tedious fool to the purpose. What was done to Elbow's wife? That he has cause to complain. Come, me, to what was done to her.
Sir, your honor, cannot come to that yet.
Sir, but you shall come to it by your honor's leave.
And I beseech you, look at the Master Froth here. Man of 4 pound year, whose father, his daddy, died at Halloween. It was Halloween, was it not, Master Froth?
All Hallows Eve, sir.
Very well. He, sir, sitting, as I say, in a lower chair, where indeed you have a delight to sit, have you not?
I have so, because it is an open room and good for winter.
Oh, very well. I hope there be the truth.
I'll take my leave and leave you to the care of the cause, hoping you'll find good cause to whip them all.
Oh, I think no less. Good morning to your lordship. Now, sir, what was done to Elbow's wife once more?
Did he say once?
Yes, he did, sir. Yes, he did.
Okay, sir, once, nothing was
Well,
done to
no.
her once.
Well, sir, what did this gentleman do to her?
Oh, I beseech you, look into this gentleman's face. Look upon his honor. Doth your honor mark his face?
Aye, sir, very well.
Doth your honor see any harm in his face?
Why, no.
His face is the worst thing about him.
What?
Good then. If his face be the worst thing about him, how could Master Frost do the constable's wife any harm? I would know of that, your honor.
Constable, what say you to it?
First, if it, like you, This house is a respected house. Next, this is a respected fellow, and his mistress is a respected woman.
He means suspected.
By this hand, and I do mean this hand, his wife is a more respected person than any of us all.
Priest, yes, she is.
Morning.
I kissed your
The time is yet to come that she was ever respected with man, women, or child.
Sir, she was respected with him before he married with her.
Yes, he was.
Is this true?
Oh, thou captive! Oh, thou varlet! I respected with her before I was married to her. If ever I respected with her, let not your worship think me the police officer. Prove this. I have my national battery on thee.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, watch out.
If he gave you a box or the ears, you might have your action of slander too.
Okay, let your worship's pleasure I shall do with this wicked captive.
Truly, officer, because he has some offenses in him that thou wouldst discover if thou couldst, let him continue in his courses till thou knowest what they are.
Mary, sir, I thank your worship for it. Thou seest now, thou wicked varlet, what's come upon thee? Thou art to continue now? Thou art to continue now?
Come hither to me, Master Frall.
I rather.
Master Frall! I would not have you acquainted with tapsters. They will draw you. Now get you gone and let me hear no more of you.
Oh, I will kill you. I mean, I thank your worship. For my own part, I never come into any tap house, but as you said, I am drawn in.
Well, no more of it. Get you gone.
Thank
Then
you.
you will.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm out of here.
Hither, Master Tapster. Pompey, you are partially a pimp, howsoever you color it in being a tapster. Are you not? Tell me true, it will be the better for you.
Truly. Sir, I'm a poor fellow that would live.
How would you live, Pompey? By being a pimp? What think you of the trade, Pompey? Is it a lawful trade?
If the law would allow it.
But the law will not allow it, Pompey.
Does your worship mean to geld and spake all the youth of the city?
No, Pompey.
Truly, sir. In my poor opinion, they will too. They're gonna get theirs.
There are new orders beginning. I must warn you. It is but heading and hanging.
I thank your worship for your good counsel, but I shall go as flesh and, flesh and, oh yes, flesh and blood.
Come hither to me, Master Constable. Come hither, Master Elbow. How long have you been in this place of constable?
7.5 years, sir.
I thought you had continued it some time. 7 years, you say?
And a half, sir.
Oh, it has been great pains to you. They do you wrong, which is so oft on it. Are there not men sufficient of your ward to serve it?
Few in such matters, sir.
I do it for some piece of money and go through with all.
Look, you. Bring me the names of 6 or 7, the most sufficient of your parish.
To your worship's house, sir?
To my house. Fare you well.
Now, what's the matter, Warden?
Is it your
Sharon
will?
never calls. He'll come straight. I'll tell him of you.
What's the matter, Warden?
Is it your will Claudio shall die tomorrow?
Did not I tell thee yea? Hadst thou not ordered, why dost thou ask again?
Lest I might be too rash. I have seen when after execution and judgment hath repented over his doom.
Do you, your officer, give up your place?
I pray your honor's pardon. What shall be done with the groaning Juliet? She's buried in her hour.
Dispose of her to some more fitter place than that with speed.
One is a sister desires access.
Happy a sister.
I, my lord, a very virtuous maid, indeed.
Well, let her be admitted. See you the fornicators to be removed. There shall be order for it.
God save your honor.
You're welcome. What's your will?
I am a woeful suitor to your honor.
Well, what's your suit?
There is a vice that most I do abhor, and most desire should meet the blow of justice, for which I would not plead, but that I must.
Well, the matter?
I have a brother is condemned to die. I do beseech you, let it be his fault, and not my brother.
Heaven, give thee moving graces.
Condemn the fault, and not the actor of it. Why, every fault's condemned her to be done. I cannot find the fault and let go by the actor.
Just but severe law. I had a brother then, heaven keep your honor.
Give it not over so. To him again. Entreat him. Kneel before him. And again I say,
Must he needs die?
Maiden, no remedy.
Yes, I do think that you might pardon him, and neither heaven nor man grieve at the mercy.
I will not do it.
But can you, if you would?
Look! What I will not, that I cannot do. He's sentenced. It's too late. Too cold.
No ceremony that to great ones longs. Not the king's crown, nor the deputed sword, the marshal's truncheon, nor the judge's robe become with them one half so good a grace as mercy does.
Pray you be gone.
I would to heaven I had your potency. I would tell what were to be a judge, and what a prisoner.
you are too cold. Touch him. There's the vein.
Your brother is a forfeit of the law, and you but waste your words.
How would you be, if he, which is the top of judgment, should but judge you as you are? Oh, think on that, and mercy then will breathe within your lips like man new baby.
Be you content, fair maid. It is the law, not I, condemn your brother. Were he my kinsman, brother, or my son, it should be thus with him. He must die tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, that is sudden. Spare him. He's not prepared for death. Even in our kitchens we kill the fowl in the season. Shall we serve heaven with less respect? Good, good, my lord, bethink you. Who is it that hath died for this offense? There's many have committed it.
Well said.
that evil if the first that did the edict infringed and answered for his deed?
Yet show some pity.
I show it most of all when I show justice. Your brother dies tomorrow. Be content.
Then you must be the first that gives this sentence. And he that suffers, oh, it is excellent to have a giant's strength, but it is tyrannous to use it like a giant.
He will relent. He's coming. I perceived it.
Pray heaven she win him.
Ask your heart what it doth know that's like my brother's fault.
She speaks, and 'tis such sense that my sense breathes with it. Fare you well.
Gentle, my lord, turn back.
I will bethink me. Come again tomorrow.
Go to. 'Tis well. Wait.
Heaven keep your honor safe.
From temptation.
Save your honor.
From thee. Even from thy virtue. Is this her fault or mine? The tempter or the tempted, who sins most? Not she, nor doth she tempt. Oh, fie, fie, fie. What dost thou, or what art thou, Angelo? Dost thou desire her foully for those things that make her good? Oh, let her brother live. Thieves for their robbery have authority when judges steal themselves. What do I love her that I desire to hear her speak? This virtuous maid subdues me quite. Even till now, when men were fond, I smiled and wondered how.
I feel, I don't know, I he'll do you what that so I think you are.
I am the one. What's your will, good friar?
Bound by my blessed order, I come to visit the afflicted spirits here in this prison.
Here comes one, a gentle woman, who falling in the flaws of her own youth have got with child, and he that got it sentenced to die for this.
When must he die?
As I do think tomorrow.
I think you, devil of the city you call,
I do, and bear the shame most patiently.
I shall teach you how to arrange your content.
I'll gladly learn.
Love you the man that wronged you?
Yes, as I love the woman that wronged him.
This love has brought you to this shame.
I do repent me, as it is an evil, and yet I take the shame with joy.
Your partner, I hear, must die tomorrow. But so I am going with the instruction to him. Grace be with you, Benedicita.
He must die tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Anticipating.
I don't know. I need to choose to die. It's not my fault. I have to speak up. I can only like enough.
When I would pray and think, I think and pray, heaven hath my empty words. Whilst my invention, hearing not my tongue, anchors on Isabel. Heaven in my mouth and in my heart, the strong and swelling evil. How now, who's there?
Well, one Isabel, sister, desires
Wait. Oh, heavens. Why does my blood thus muster to my heart, dispossessing all my other parts? Oh, how now, fair maid?
I am come to know your pleasure.
Oh my God. Your brother cannot live.
Even so, heaven keep your honor.
Yet, maybe live a while. And it may be as long as you or I, yet you must die.
Under your sentence.
Hey.
When, I beseech you.
Ah! Fight the vices! Oh, it were good to pardon him that hath from nature stolen a man already made, as to pardon those that do coin heaven's image and stamps that are forbidden.
'Tis set so down in heaven, but not so in earth.
Say you so. Which had you rather? That the most just law now took your brother's life, or to redeem him? Give up your body to such sweet uncleanness as she that he hath stained.
Sir, believe this, I had rather give my body than my soul.
I talk not of your soul.
How say you?
I'll speak no gross. Your brother is to die.
So,
If there were no other way to save his life, than that you, sister, finding yourself desired of such a person whose credit with the judge, or own great place, could fetch your brother from the manacles of the all-binding law, and that there were no earthly means to save him, but that either you must lay down the treasures of your body, or else to let him suffer, what would you do?
as much my poor brother as myself, the impression of keen whips I'd wear as rubies, and strip myself to death, ere I'd yield my body up to shame.
Then must your brother die.
And 'twere the cheaper way. Better it were a brother died at once, than that a sister by redeeming him should die forever.
Oh, were you not then as cruel as the sentence that you have slandered so?
Lawful mercy is nothing kin to foul redemption.
You seemed of late to make the law a tyrant, and tried to prove the offense of your brother a merriment, rather than a vice.
Oh, pardon me, my lord. To have what we would have, we speak not what we mean. I something do excuse the thing I hate for his advantage that I dearly love.
We are all frail.
Then shall my brother die for frailty.
Nay. Women are frail too.
Nay. Call us 10 times frail, for we are soft as our complexions are.
That you are, that is a woman. Let me conceive. I love you.
My brother did love Juliet, and he told me he shall die for it.
You shall not, Isabel, if you give me love. Oh!
Little lover to be much believed and most pernicious purpose, I will proclaim thee, Angelo, sign a present pardon for my brother, or I'll tell the world aloud what man thou art.
Who will believe thee, Isabel? My unsoiled name, the austereness of my life, my word against yours, and my place in the state, will your accusation overweigh? I have begun. And now I give my sensual race the rein. Fit thy consent to my sharp appetite, lay by all nicety and tedious blushes. Redeem thy brother by yielding up thy body to my will. Or else he must not only die the death, but thy unkindness shall his death draw out to lingering sufferings. Answer me tomorrow. As for you, say what you can. My false overweighs your true.
Whom should I complain? Did I tell this, who would believe me? I'll to my brother. He hath in him such a mind of honor that had he 20 heads to tender down on 20 bloody blocks, he'd yield them up before his sister should her body stoop to such horrid pollution. Then Isabel, the chaste and brother died. More than our chastity is our, more than our brother is our chastity. I'll tell him yet of Angelo's request, and fit his mind to death for his soul's rest.
So it is you who hope to father from a whole day till
The best will have no other hope, no other medicine but hope. I hope to live, but I'm prepared to die.
The absolute for death, either death or life shall thereby be the sweeter. Reason does say with life, if I do lose thee, I do lose but a thing. A breath thou art dead food. Happy thou art not. For what thou hast not, still thou strivest to get. And what thou hast, forgetteth. Thou art rich, thou art poor. For light and ass. Who's back with the index bow, like there's like heavy riches, but a journey, and the debt unloads thee. Thou hast nor youth nor age, for thou art old and rich. Thou hast neither heat, affection, limb, nor beauty to make it thy riches pleasant. What yet is this that bears the name of life? Yet it is dead we are here, which makes these arts called events.
I humbly thank you, sir. To sue to live, I find I seek to die. And seeking death, find life. Let it come on.
What ho, peace here, grace and good company.
Who's there?
Dear
Come in.
Ere long, I'll visit you again.
Sorry, sir. Thank you.
My business is a word or two with Claudio.
And very welcome. For a front with you. Look, senor, here's your sister. Come to me. Quick. Now, bring me to get them speak where I may be conciliate. Here, okay.
Now, sister, what's the comfort?
Why, as all comforts are, most good indeed. Lord Angelo, having affairs to heaven, intends you for his swift ambassador. Therefore, your best appointment make with speed. Tomorrow you set on.
Is there no remedy?
None such a remedy as to save a heart, to cleave a heart in twain.
But is there any?
Yes, brother, you may live. There is a devilish mercy in the judge, if you'll implore it, that will free your life, but fetter you till death.
Of what nature?
The one, such as you consenting to it, would strip your honor from that trunk you bear and leave you naked.
Let me know the point.
Darest thou die?
If I must die, I would count darkness as my bride and hug it in my arms.
There spake my brother. This Angelo is yet a devil.
The saintly Angelo?
If I would yield him my virginity, thou mightst be free.
Oh, heresy cannot be.
Tonight's the night that I shall do what I abhor to name, or else thou diest tomorrow.
Thou shalt not do it.
Oh, were it but my life, I would throw it down for your deliverance as frankly as a pin.
Thanks to Isabel.
Be ready, Claudio, for your death tomorrow.
What? It is no sin. Well, the deadly suffering is the least.
Which is the least?
Oh, Isabel.
What, says my brother?
That is a fearful thing.
And shamed life a hateful.
Aye. But to die and go we know not where, to lie in cold obstruction and to rot. This sensible warm motion to become a needed climb. And the delighted spirit to be imprisoned in the viewless winds and blown with restless violence round about the painted world. Or to be worse than worse. Of those that lawless and incertain thoughts imagine howling, oh, 'tis too horrible. The wearies and most clothed worldly life that age, ache, tyranny, and imprisonment can lay on nature as a paradise to what we fear of death.
Alas, alas.
Sweet sister, let me live. What sin you do to save your brother's life becomes a virtue.
Oh, you beast. You faithless coward, dishonest wretch, will not be made a man out of my vice.
Hey, hear me, Isabella.
Fie, 'tis best thou diest quickly.
Oh, hear me, Isabella.
And now here is safe. And walk with you and young sister. One.
What is your will?
I would invite one with you. Go over there. I have overheard what has passed between you and your sister. Angelo never had the purpose to corrupt her. Only he had made a test of her virtue. She, having the truth of honor in her, had made him that grace is denial, which he is most glad to receive. I am confessor to Angelo, and I know this to be true. Therefore, prepare yourself to death. Do not satisfy your resolutions with hopes that are fallible. Tomorrow you must die. Go to your knees and take a rest.
Let me ask my sister's part. I'm so out of love with life that I soon to be rid of it.
Oh, you there, farewell. Stay there, not problem. And the hand that has made you good has made you fair. The assault that Angelo has made on you, fortune has conveyed to my understanding. What would you do to save your brother?
I had rather my brother die by the law than that my son should be unlawfully born. But oh, how much is the good Duke deceived in Lord Angelo! If ever he return, I will uncover Angelo's iniquity.
Yet he will avoid your accusation, and he may trial on you only. Therefore, fasten your ear on my advising. The love I have in doing good, a remedy presents itself. You may most uprighteously do a poor long lady a merited benefit, redeem your brother from the angry law, do no stain to your own gracious person, and much please the absent Duke if ever he shall return to a hearing of this business.
Oh, let me hear you speak farther. I have spirit to do anything that is not foul.
Virtue bold, goodness never fearful. Have you not heard speak of Mariana, the sister of Frederick, the great soldier who miscarried at sea?
Yeah, I have heard of the lady, and good words went with her name.
But she, should this Angelo had married, was a fiancé to him by oath, the nuptial appointed, between which time of the contract and the solemnity was her brother miscarried at sea, having in that perished vessel the dowry of his sister. Mark how heavily this befell to the poor genteel woman. There she lost a noble and renowned brother. With him, her fortune, her marriage dowry, with both a fiancé and husband, the well seemingly Angelo.
How can this be? Did Angelo so leave her?
Left her in her tears, dried not one with his comforts, swallowed his vows whole, and relents not.
But how out of this can she avail?
No, actually, it is a rupture that you may easily heal. And the cure of it not only saves your brother, but keeps you from dishonor.
Tell me how, good father.
This foreign maid has yet in her the continuance of her first affection. Go you to Angelo, answer his requiring with a plausible obedience, agree with his demands. Only refer yourself to these conditions. First, that your stay with him may not be long, that the time may have all shadow and silence in it, and it be a place of your choosing. This being granted, and now follows all, we shall advise this wrong maid to speed up your appointment, to go in your place, and if the encounter be acknowledged hereafter, it may compel him to her. And by this is your brother saved, your honor untaken, the wrong Mariana advantage, and the corrupt deputy justly use what they do of it.
It gives me content already.
Haste you speedily to Angelo, and if this night he can lead you to his bed, give him promise of satisfaction. I will presently to Cyprus, and at this place call upon me quickly.
Very well, good father. I thank you for this comfort.
Truly.
No. Nay, you shall not sell men and women like beasts.
Oh, heavens, what the stuff do we have here?
Yes, you, the Father Friar. He has offended the law. A pimp, a wicked, stinking pimp.
Indeed, it does stink in some sort, sir. But yet, sir.
And to prison with him, officer. And correction and instruction must they both work this real prophet. Get out of here.
I spy comfort, I cry bail. There's a gentleman and a friend of mine.
Hell now, noble Pompey. Art going to prison, Pompey?
Yes, fate, sir, fate.
Why, then 'tis not amiss. Go, say I sent thee thither. What?
What? I am the chef. This is
For dead, Pompey? Or how? And if imprisonment be the due of a pimp, then why 'tis his right. A pimp he is doubtless pimp born. Farewell, good Pompey.
I hope your honor will be my bail, sir.
No, indeed, I will not, Pompey. I will pray, Pompey, for the creasing of your bondage. And if you take it not so patiently, well, your metal is the more. I do trust you, Pompey.
So you're not gonna bail me then, right, sir?
Sir, then Pompey, nor now. What news of the cause?
Come your way, son. Come.
Go to kennel, Pompey. What news, Friar, of the Duke?
I know of none. Can you tell me of any?
Some say he's with the Emperor of Russia. Some say that he's in Rome. But where is he, think you?
I know not where, but wheresoever I wish him well.
This Angelo Duke's well in his absence. They say Angelo was not made by a man and woman in the downright way of creation. Is it true, think you?
How should he be made chill?
Some say a sea maid spawned him. Others some that he was begot between two stockfish. Oof. But this I know to be certain, that when he makes water, his urine is congealed ice. This I know to be true.
You are Presidente, sir.
What a ruthless thing this isn't him. For the rebellion of a codpiece take away the life of a man? Well, the Duke that has done this, when the Duke has actually have done this, here, he would have hanged a man for the getting of 100 bastards. He would have paid for the nursing of 1,000. He has some feelings for the sport. He knew the service and that instructed him to mercy.
And I never heard the Ancient Duke much detected for women. He is not inclined in that way.
Oh, sir, you are deceived.
So this is not the possible
Who, not the Duke? Yes, and a beggar of 50. And his only use was to put a ducat in her clock dish. The Duke had desires, as I tell you.
You know him surely.
Sir, I know and love him.
Love talks with a better knowledge and knowledge with a dearer love.
Oh, come, sir, I know what I know.
I can hardly believe that since you know not what to speak. I pray you, sir, your name.
Sir, my name is Lucio, well known to the Duke.
He shall know you better, sir, if I may live to report you.
Sir, I fear you not, because I'll tell Claudius to die tomorrow or no.
Why should he die?
Why? I'm filling a bottle with the hose. I with the Duke, we talked before I returned again that Lord Angelo will unpeople the province with contingency. Sparrows be not built in his house because they are treacherous. The Duke, we talked before I returned again. Farewell, friar. I pray thee pray for me. I say to thee again that Lord Angelo will eat mutton on Fridays. He's not past it yet. I say to thee that he would mouth with a beggar, though she smelled of brown bread and garlic. Say that I said so. Farewell.
What a slanderous talk. But who comes here?
What you want? What you need? You know I got it.
Away with her to prison.
Good, my lord. Good, my lord. Your merciful honor is a most honorable man. Speak good to me.
Double and treble admonition, and still acted at the same kind. This would make mercy swear.
My lord, this is one of Lucio's informations against me. Mr. Keating was with child with him in the time of the Duke. And he promised him marriage. I kept the child myself as a yearly courtship. See how he goes about to abuse me?
I will. No, away with her to prison. No more words. Warning, Angelo will not be altered. Claudio must die tomorrow. So please you,
This friar had been with him in Pleasant.
Good evening, good father.
Bless and the goodness on you.
Whence are you?
Like to come from the Pope in special business from His Holiness.
What news abroad in the world?
None. But there's scarce truth enough in life to make society secure. This news is old, yet it is today's news. I pray, sir, of what disposition it was that they took.
One that above all other strive, contented, especially to know himself.
And what the pleasures was he given to?
Rather rejoicing to see another marry than marry at anything to make him rejoice, a gentleman of all temperance. But leave we him to his bent, and with a prayer they may prove prosperous. How do you find Claudio prepared?
He is resolved to die.
I'm going to visit the prisoner. Fare you well.
Please stand be with you.
He who the sword of heaven will bear should be holy as severe. Shame to him whose cruel striking kills for faults of his own liking. Oh, what may man within him hide, though angel
On the outward side.
Take, whoa, take those lips away that so sweetly were forsworn, and those eyes, the break of day, lights that do mislead the morn, but my kisses bring again, seals of love but sealed in vain, Oh, I cry you mercy, sir, and well could wish you had not found me here so musical. Let me excuse me, and believe me so, my mirth and much displeased, but pleased my woe.
This good. Music offhand such a charm to make bad good and then good to provoke to harm. I play, tell you, has anybody inquired of me here today?
You've not been inquired after. I've sat here all day.
The time has come even now. I will call upon you and for some advantage to yourself.
I am always bound to you.
Welcome. Very well then. And what news from this good of you?
He hath a garden circled with brake, whose western side is with a vineyard backed, and to that vineyard is a locked gate that makes this opening with this bigger key. There have I made my promise upon the heavy middle of the night to call upon him. I've assured him my stay can be but brief.
This well. I have yet made known to Mariana a word of this. The time has come even now. And Mariana, come forth. I pray you and be acquainted with this maid. She comes to me.
I do desire the like.
Take it in this companion by the hand, who hath a story ready for your ear. But make haste, and the night approaches.
Will it please you walk aside?
Of place and greatness make thee the father of the idle dreams. Welcome. How agree?
She'll take the enterprise upon her, good father. Little have you to say to him when you depart, but soft and low. Remember now, my brother.
Fear me not.
Nor did the daughter fear you not at all, for he is your husband on the, how do you say, a pre-contract. To bring you thus together, 'tis no sin, since the justice of your title to him does flourish the deceit. Come, let us go. Our corns to reap, forget our fields to sow.
See what you made me do? Shout out to old Jews and old rules. New blacks with new snacks. I already been the king. Retroact, I'm just bringing it back like Jordan packs. New money, they looking down on me. Blue bloods, they trying to clean.
Come hither, Suraya. Suraya, come here. When you cut off a man's head,
married. He's his wife's head, and understand this. I can never, ever, ever cut off a woman's head.
Come now, sir. Leave me your snatches and yield me a direct answer. Tomorrow morning are to die Claudio and Bernardine. Here in this prison is a common executioner who in his office lacks a helper. If you will take it on you to assist him, it shall relieve you. If not, you shall have your full time of imprisonment. For you have been a notorious pimp.
Sir, I have been an unlawful pimp. Time out of mine. But yet, I will be content to be a lawful hangman.
What ho! That Boston! Where's that Boston there?
Who you call, sir?
Here's a fellow who will help you in your execution. He has been a pimp.
A pimp? He will discredit our mystery. Fire upon him.
Go to, sir. You weigh equally. A feather will turn the scale.
You call, sir, your occupation a mystery?
All right, sir. It's a mystery.
What mystery should there be in hanging?
Sir, it is a mystery.
Proof?
The apparel fits every thief. If it be little enough, yet it is big enough. If it be too big, yet it is little enough.
Are you agreed?
I will serve him, sir.
You, provide your block acts tomorrow, 4 o'clock.
Come on, Pimp. I'll instruct thee in my trade. Follow.
Call hither. Call me, Bernardine and Claudio. The one has my pity, not a jot the other.
The best minutes of the night enveloped you a good woman. Has anybody called here for me already?
None, sir, none.
Not Isabel?
Nope.
And she will be an heir to belong.
What comfort is for Claudio?
There is some in hope. Here they come now. This is a gentle warden. 'Tis seldom when the steel jailer is the friend of men. Hast thou no countermand for Claudio yet what he must die?
None since curfew run.
And you shall know more ere morning.
Happen. You know something? I believe there comes no counterman. Claudio has to the public ear been sentenced to death. And to the ear. And Lord Angelo has professed that he shall die.
And here comes Claudio's father now.
This is his lordship's man.
My Lord has sent you this letter, and by me this further charge, that you swerve not from the smallest article of it, neither in time, manner, or other circumstances. Good morrow, for I take it, it is almost dead.
I cannot understand.
I shall obey you.
And this is his pardon. Pardon is by such sin for which the pardoner himself is in. Now, sir, what news? Play you. Let's hear.
Whatsoever you may hear to the contrary, let Claudio be executed by 4 o'clock. And in the afternoon, Bernardine, for my better satisfaction, let me have Claudio's head sent me by 5. Fail not to do your office, as you will answer it at your own peril.
What's he?
Barnardine,
who is to be executed in the afternoon.
a Bohemian born, one who has been a prisoner 9 years. Oh,
How came it the absent duke had not either delivered him to his liberty or executed him? I have heard it was ever his manner to do so.
his friends still wrought reprieves from him, and indeed, his case till now in the government of Lord Angelo,
It is apparent.
most manifest and not denied by himself.
Has he brought himself penitently to please him?
And he have had liberty in the prison. Give him leave to escape, he would not. Drunk many times a day, if not many days, entirely drunk. We have all awakened him and carried him to execution with a seeming warrant. It has not moved him at all.
Father, it is written in your brow, honesty and constancy, and for the which I crave but the 4 days respite. For you are to do me a present and dangerous courtesy.
Pray, sir, in what?
And the writing of Claudio's dead.
How may I do it, having expressed command under the penalty of death?
Let then this Claudio be this morning executed and his head borne to Angelo.
I can't, sir. It's against my oath.
Oh, it's a great disguiser, and you may add to it. Shave the head and beard and say it was the desire of the penitent to be so bare before his death. You know this course is common, and if any bad thing before you for this, I will plead against it with my life.
Claudio has seen them both. Angelo has seen them both.
And what are you sworn to the Duke or to the deputy?
To him and his substitutes.
What if the Duke doubts the justice of your daily?
And how can that happen?
Look here, sir. Here's the hand and seal of the Duke.
I know them both.
And the contents is the return of the Duke. Within these 2 days, he will be here. And this is a thing that Angelo knows not. Put not yourself in amazement how these things should be. Call your executioner and offer Barnardine's head. Come away, because it is almost clear dawn. I don't know why you do not understand.
Remember now, my brother.
I will.
The things that run through my mind. I am just as well acquainted here as I was in our house of profession. Why, one would think this was Mistress Overdone's own house, for here be many of her old customers. Janice. Okay. First. Here's young Master Caper. Master Caper. He's in for a commodity of ginger. It should have been a commodity named Old Ginger, of which he made 5 marks ready money.
Right.
And then we have here, is there one young Master Caper? He's in for 4 suits of peach-colored satin. Y'all ain't hip to peach-colored satin. We'll talk about that. And next, we have, move over here, Master Copper's Bird, Master Star Blackie, right here, and the dagger. Yep. We got young Drop Dizzy. Yo, he's in for killing Leslie Puddin'. Oh, y'all tripping. Yeah. Oh, and we have the brave traveler, the brave one, Master Shooting. Oh, and we can't forget, let me move over here. Wild Half Can. You gotta stay away from him. He is for stabbing pots. And I think there has to be about 40 more. All great doers of our trade, and are now for the Lord's sake.
Bring Barnaby here.
Okay. Master Barnaby, you must ride and be hanged. Master Barnaby.
What? Oh, Barnaby!
A box in your throat. Who made that noise there? What are you?
Your friend, sir, the hangman. You must be so good to rise and be hanged.
Away, you rogue! Away!
Fell into a way that quickly, too.
Great. Master Barnaby, awake till you're executed and sleep afterwards.
The axe upon the box.
Very ready, sir.
Oh no, poor sir! What the news with you?
Truly, sir, I would desire you to clap to your prayers, for look you, the warrants come.
You roll. I've been drinking all night. I ain't seen for it.
Oh, the better, sir. For he that drinks all night and is hanged betimes in the morning, sleeps all the sounder the next day.
Look, sir, here comes your priestly father. Do just now, thank you.
Sir. Hearing how as you are to depart, I am come to play with you.
Turn! Not I. I've been drinking hard all night. I don't have more time to prepare me. But this shall be my brains out with silence. I will not consent to die this day, and that's certain.
Oh, sir, you must, and therefore prepare on a journey you shall go.
I swear, I will not die today for any man persuasion.
I won't hear you.
Not a word. If you have anything to say to me, come to myself, for thence will not I today.
Hey, fellow, after him, and bring him to the block. It's a guy, I don't understand this.
How do you find a prisoner?
A creature unfit for death, and to transport him in the mind he is in for damnable.
This morning, here in the prison, there died cruel people. One Ragazine, a most notorious pirate. He has a beard and head of Claudio. What if we do omit this reprobate? And and disguise him as Roddy.
This an accident that they haven't provided. And quick dispatch, and then simply head to Angelo. Now, will I write letters to Angelo that I, the Duke, am near at home and to meet me outside the gates of the city, where we shall hence proceed with Angelo.
Here's the head. I'll carry it myself.
It is convenient. Make a swift return.
I'll make all speed.
Peace, I'll be here.
This is Isabel. She's come to know if yet her brother's pardon will come hither. But I will keep her ignorant of her good, for which the heavenly covers of the despair, for which it is least expected.
Now, by your leave.
Good morning, fair and gracious daughter.
Hath yet the deputy sent my brother's pardon?
His head is off and seemed to Angelo. I'm sorry.
Unhappy Claudio, wretched Isabel, injurious world, most damned Angelo.
Your cause to heaven. Nay, dry your eyes. The Duke comes home with Tumor. And notice has gone to Aeschylus and Angelo, who how do you say, they do prepare to meet the Duke outside the gates of the city. And there you shall have the grace of the Duke, repentance to your heart, and general honor.
I am directed by you.
But who's come here? Who's here? Who's here? Oh my God. What do you do?
Good evening. Friar, where's the work?
Not within, sir. Come.
Oh, pretty Isabel. I am pale at my heart to see the eyes so red. Y'all must be patient. They say the Duke will be here too.
Sir,
By my trough.
this will be hoping with other cause.
Thou not knowest the well Duke. Thou not knowest the Duke as I do. He's a better wooden than thou takest him for.
Sir, you shall answer this in one day. Fairly well.
No, nay, Terry, I'll go with you. I can tell thee pretty tales of the Duke.
You have told me too many of them already. If some were true or not true, none for enough.
I was once before forgetting a maid with a child.
What? You did such a thing?
Yes, marry did I, but I was fain to forswear it. They would have else married me to the rotten lynch.
Sir, your company is better than honest. And rest you well. Go somewhere.
By my troth, I'll accompany to the lane's end. And if body talk offend thee, we'll have very little of it. Nay, Terry, friar, I'm like a kind of bird. I shall stick.
I do not.
Every letter he has read has dispatched over.
His actions show much like madness. Pray heaven his wisdom be not tainted. And why meet him at the gates?
I guess not.
And why should we proclaim it in an hour before his entering that if any claim redress of injustice, they should exhibit their petitions?
Perhaps to have a dispatch of complaints, and then to deliver us clear thereafter.
Let it be proclaimed ye the morn.
I shall, sir. Very well.
Good night. This deed unshapes me quite. Makes me dull to all proceedings. A deflowered maid, and by an eminent body that enforced the law against it. But that her tender shame will not proclaim against her maiden loss, how might she declaim me? He should have lived, save that riotous youth with dangerous sense might in the times to come have taken revenge. Would yet he had lived.
These letters and fit time deliver for me. Call our friends to gather here.
It shall be speeding well.
I would say the truth, but to accuse him so, that is your part.
Be ruled by the friar. He advised you so.
Yeah, Besides, he tells me if peradventure he should speak against me on the adverse side, I should not think it strange, for 'tis a physic that's bitter to sweet end.
Oh, I would Friar Peter were here.
Oh, peace, here comes the friar.
Come. I have found you out. I stand most fit, for you may have such vantage from the Duke. He shall not pass you. Twice have the trumpet sounded. The generals and gravest citizens are very near born. Therefore, hence away.
My very worthy lord, having met, old and faithful friend, we are glad to see you.
Happy return be to your royal grace.
Many and hearty thankings to you both. We have made inquiry, and we hear such goodness of your justice that we cannot but yield you forth to public thanks.
You make my bond still greater.
Oh, your desert speaks loud. Give me your hand, and let the subject see. Come, Esmond, you must walk by us on our other hand.
Now is your time. Speak loud and kneel before him.
Justice, O royal Duke, veil your regard upon a wrong I would fain have said amade. Hear me in my true complaint, and give me justice, justice, justice,
Relate
justice.
your wrong to the judge by whom be brief. Here, Lord Angelo shall give you justice.
O royal Duke, you bid me speak redemption of the devil. Oh, hear me yourself, hear me here.
My lord, her wits, I fear me, are not firm. She hath been a suitor to me for her brother, cut off by course of justice.
By course of justice.
And she will speak most bitterly and strange.
Most strange, yet most truly will I speak. That Angelo is forsworn. Is it not strange that Angelo is a murderer? Is it not strange that Angelo is an adulterous thief, a hypocrite, a virgin violator? Is it not strange and strange?
Away with her! Poor soul. She speaks this in the infirmity of her senses.
I am the sister of one Claudio, condemned upon the act of fornication to lose his head, condemned by Angelo. I, in true regard to sisterhood, was sent to by my brother by one Lucio.
That's I.
Ain't like your grace.
Once again.
I came to her from Claudio and desired for her to try her gracious fortune, we'll say, for her poor brother's pardon.
You would not bid to speak.
This gentleman tells somewhat of my tale.
Right.
Lord be right, you are either wrong to speak for your time. Proceed.
I went to this pernicious deputy. How I persuaded, how I prayed and kneeled, how he repelled me and how I replied. This was of much length. The vile conclusion I now begin with grief and shame to utter. He would not, but by gift of my chaste body to his intemperate lust, release my brother. This was of much debate, and my sisterly remorse confused mine honor, and I did yield to him. But the next morn betimes, his purpose surfeiting, he sends a warrant for my poor brother's head.
Oh, heaven, pardon the wretch. Thou knowest not what thou speakest. His integrity stands without blemish.
And this is all. Then heaven shield your grace from woe, and I thus wrong, hence unbelieved go.
I know you fain be gone, an officer to prison with her. Shall we thus permit asking and scandalous breath to fall on one so near us? Who knew of your intent and coming hither?
One that I would were here, Friar Lodowick.
Who knows this Lordwick?
My lord, I know the man. He's a Catholic friar. I do not like the man.
Let this friar be found.
He's a very scurvy fellow, though. I don't know which eye.
I know found the friar. Bless be your royal grace. I have stood by my lord.
and I have heard your well-being abused. Here, at this worthy woman, most wrongfully accused your substitute, who is most free to touch a soil with her.
We did believe no less. Know you this friar Lord which she speaks of?
I know him for a man, divine and holy. But at this instance, my lord, he is sick of a strange fever. Upon his mere request, being come to knowledge that there was complaint intended against Lord Angelo, came I hither to speak as from his mouth. First, for this woman who accuses this worthy nobleman, her shall you hear disproved to her eyes.
Good friar, let's hear. Do you not smile at this, Lord Angelo? Oh, heavens. What vanity of wretched fools. Come, give us some seats. Some seats, quickly, 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 quickly! Some seats. Come, cousin. In this, I'll be impartial. Be you the judge of your own cause. This, witness friar, let her show her face and then speak.
Pardon, my lord. I will not show my face until my husband bid me.
Are you married?
No, my lord.
Are you a maid?
No, my lord.
Must be a widow.
Neither, my lord.
Oh, why then you are nothing. Neither maid, widow, nor wife.
My lord, she may be a whore. But for many of them are neither maid, widow, nor wife.
My lord.
That fellow. Well.
My lord, I do confess I ne'er was married, and I confess besides I am no maid. I have known my husband, yet my husband knows not that ever he knew me.
He was drunk then, my lord. It can be no better.
For the benefit of silence, would thou wert so too? Well, this is no witness for Lord Angelo.
Now I come to it, my lord. She that accuses him of fornication in selfsame manner doth accuse my husband, and charges him, my lord, with such a time when I'll depose I had him in mine arms, with all the effect of love.
Charges she more than me?
Not that I know.
Go you say, your husband?
Why just, my lord, and that is Angelo, who thinks he knows that he ne'er knew my body, but knows he thinks that he knows Isabel's.
No, this woman.
Carnally, she says.
This is a strange abuse. Let's see thy face.
My husband bids me. Now I will unmask.
Oh.
This is that face, thou cruel Angelo, which once thou sworest was worth the looking on.
No, this woman?
Damn. My lord. Oh, I must confess. I know this woman. And 5 years since, there was some speech of marriage betwixt myself and her, which was broke off. Since which time of 5 years, I never spake with her, saw her, nor heard from her. Upon my faith and honor.
Noble prince, as there comes light from heaven and words from breath, as there is sense in truth and truth in virtue. I am affianced this man's wife as strongly as words could make up vows. And my good lord, the Tuesday night last gone in his garden house, he knew me as a wife.
I do perceive these poor women are instruments of some more mightier member that sets them on. Let me have way, my lord, to find this practice out.
And punish them to the height of your pleasure? Send for the friar that set them on.
Your warden knows the place where he abides, and he may fetch him.
Go to it. Find this out next week. You, cousin, find this out. I, for a while, will leave.
My lord, we'll do it thoroughly. Signor Lucio, did you not say that Friar Ludwig was a dishonest person?
And one that I spoke the most villainous speeches of the Duke.
Call that same Isabel here once again. Come on, mistress. Here's the gentlewoman denies all what you have said.
My lord, here comes the rascal I spoke of. Here with the warden.
Come, sir. Did you set these women on to slander Lord Angelo? They have confessed you did.
See, this is false. I do not know.
Know you where you are.
Where is the Duke? This he must hear me speak.
The Duke's in us, and we will hear you speak. Look, you speak just.
The Duke's unjust, thus to put your trial in the village mouth when you come here to accuse.
This is the rascal I spoke of.
Why, thou unreverend and unhallowed friar, is it not enough that you suborn these women to slander this worthy fellow, but who've been foul-mouthed in the proper of his own ear to call him villain? Take him hence to the rack with him.
Wait, do not touch me. I am the cloth. Be not so high. I have been a looker on here in Vienna, but I have seen corruption boil and bubble till it overall.
Slander to the state! Away with him to prison!
Signor Lucio, is this the man that you did tell us of?
This is the man. Do you remember what you said of the Duke?
And most notably, sir.
Do you, sir? That the Duke was a fleshmonger, a fool, a coward, as you think reported him to be.
And you spoke so of him much more and much of us.
Oh, thou damnable fellow.
I protest. I love the Duke like I love myself.
Hark, how the villain would speak now, after his treasonable abuses.
Away with him to prison! Where is the warning? Away with him to prison!
Stay for a while.
What? Resist he? Help him, Lucio.
Wait, I do not understand. Wait, hey, someone help! Ooh. Now on, the first name that ever made is the Duke. Sweep not away, sir. Move the fire, must have a word anon. Behold,
This makes it worse than hanging.
what was spoken, I pardon. Sit you down. Sir, by your leave, hast thou a word or wit or impudence that gets to do the office?
Oh, my dread lord. No longer session hold upon my shame, but let my trial be mine own confession. Immediate sentence then, and sequent death is all the grace I beg.
Come hither, Mariana. Say, wast thou ever contracted to this woman?
I was, my lord.
Take her hence. Now we are instant. Go you to the office, Friday. Return him here again. Go with him, Warden.
My lord, I am amazed.
Come hither, Isabel. Your friar is now your prince.
Give me pardon that I, your vassal, have employed and paid your unknown sovereignty.
Your pardon, Isabel. Now, my dear babe, be thou as free to us. I know your brother's death sits at your heart. But for this new married man approaching here, you must pardon for Mariana's sake. But as he adjusts your brother being criminal in double violation of star chastity and promise breach, the very mercy of the law cries out, and Angelo for Claudio, death for death. Haste still pays haste, leisure answers leisure, like doth quit like, and measure steal for measure. Then, Angelo, thus thy thoughts being manifested, we do condemn thee to the very block where Claudio stooped to death, and with like haste, away with him.
No! No!
Oh, my most gracious lord, I hope you will not mock me with a husband.
It is your husband that mocked you with a husband.
Oh, my dear lord, I crave no other, nor no better man, gentle, my liege.
You do but lose your labor. Away with him to death. Now.
Oh, my dear lord, sweet Isabel, take my part, lend me your knee.
Should she kneel down, her brother's ghost would take her hence in horror.
They say best men are molded out of faults. And furthermore, the most become much more the better for being a little bad. So may my husband. Oh, Isabel, will you not lend a knee?
He dies for Claudio's death.
Most bounteous sir, look, if it please you, upon this man condemned, let him not die. My brother had but justice in that he did the thing for which he died. For Angelo, his act did not overtake his bad intent, and should be buried as but an intent. Your thoughts?
Dearly, my lord.
I have bethought me of another thought. Warden, how came it Claudio was beheaded at an unusual hour?
It was commanded so.
Hast thou a special warrant for the deed?
No, my lord. It was by private message.
For this, discharge you of your office. Give up your keys.
Pardon me, noble lord. I thought it was a fault, but you had not yet did repent.
What's he?
Barnardine.
I would have thou done so by Claudio. Bring him hither and let me look upon him.
I am sorry that one so learned and wise as you, Lord Angelo, should slip so grossly.
I crave death more willingly than mercy. 'Tis my deserving, and I do entreat it.
Which is that? Barnardine?
This, my lord.
Suraya, thou art said to have a most stubborn soul that apprehends no further than this world. Thou art condemned, but for thy earthly faults I quit them all and hope thee take this mercy to provide for better times to come. Friar, advise him. What muffled fellow's that?
This is another prisoner that I saved alive who should have died when Claudio lost his head, as like almost to Claudio himself.
If he be like Claudio, and for his life is he pardoned, and for your lovely sake, dear Isabel, give me your hand and say to be mine for And yet, here's one in place I cannot offer. You, Suraya, who knew me for a fool, a coward, an ass, wherein have I so deserved of you?
Faith, my lord. I spoke it but according to the times. If you will hang me for it, you may. But if it will please you, might be whipped instead?
Whipped first, sir, and hanged after. Proclaim it, warden, round about the city. Is there any woman wronged by this lewd fellow, as I have heard him swear himself? There's one whom he begot with a child. Let her appear, and he shall marry her. The nuptial finished, let him be whipped and hanged.
Marry me to a whore? I beseech your highness. Your highness said you made so yourself. I made you a duke. Do not recompense me by making me a cockhole.
Upon my honor, thou shalt marry her. My slanders, I forgive.
Marrying a punk is pressing and hanging?
Slandering a prince deserves so. She, Claudio, that's you wrong. Look, you restored. Joy to you, Mariana. Love her, Angelo. I have confessed her, and I know her virtue. Thanks, good friend Escalus. By much goodness, there's more to come that's more graduate. Oh, yeah. Thanks, warden, for thy care and secrecy. We shall employ you in a worthier office. Forgive him, Angelo, for sending you the head of Ragazine for Claudio. Defense pardons itself. Dear, my dear Isabel, I have a motion much in port your good. Whereto if you are willing here inclined. What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. So, bring us to our palace, where we'll show what's yet behind that's meet y'all should know.
These men really knocked it out of the park.
It was amazing.
They made us feel so much. Everything, was within Shakespeare. There's anger, remorse, jealousy, betrayal.
I was awestruck.
Is this thing on?
What I take away is quite simply that people need this kind of work.
I know I'm pissing you off right now, but I don't care.
We have way, way more in common than our differences.
I believe that this is the 5th time my wife Diane and I have seen the play. We were so impressed by how this can help the men who are in the program that we decided to partially fund this program because we thought it was meaningful to change lives.
It is getting loud in here. May we stop, please? Thank you.